Hey, what is going on, everybody? Ali Madawi with another one with you, and I am super excited, happy to have the opportunity and the privilege to get back with you. And we are live, and we're back to business. We took a few days off. The weekend was amazing for the family. My baby boy had his very first Halloween, although he had no idea what was going on. I'm sure he'll appreciate it more next year when he'll be 1 year old, and I'll be dressed up with him so we can make it fun. But just to make sure, some of you have seen, I posted two posts, one yesterday and one today, and it was an actual experiment, and I'll talk to you about today's topic in a little bit. But the two experiments was yesterday I posted, I'm excited I just got a new job, and then today I posted that I was so happy that I'm launching my new business. And I wanted to see the reaction because one of my mentors posted something that was interesting. So he posted that you post to people that you started a job, you get 1,000 likes and comments and all that. You post to people that you are starting a business, you get like 3 likes and a comment. And I was like, you know what? Let me check it out for myself just to have an idea, like how do people actually react to it? And I, want to share with you some results. And basically these results are based on me. I don't forget, I've been in business for 10 years. So this may be impacted with the influence itself. So in the last 3 hours that I just posted about starting a new business, I had 57 likes, and it looks like about 25 comments. The job one that I posted yesterday, and some of you were funny, man. Some of you were posting like a job, a J-O-B. One guy posted, sorry to hear. You guys are hilarious. But I actually got over 70 in the first hour likes, and it looks like maybe 8 or 9 comments. And I'm thinking that the reason for that is many of you did not take me seriously on the job one. But I'm curious, if you are watching this, try that experiment, especially if you are in business. And, I think that people just don't connect and don't relate to the business space, that when you say I'm starting a job, they just don't comprehend, right? It doesn't click with them. Rather, when you say I'm starting a business, it doesn't click with them. But when you start a job, it's so relatable that oh my God, that's great, congratulations, right? And I think they mean it from a genuine standpoint. But hey, it depends on who you are, I guess. But that's what that was about. However, I am launching a new company that I'm really, really, really excited about, and I'm just ecstatic about. But let's get into today's topic. First of all, if this is the very first time that you are hopping on, welcome, congratulations, you made it to the ME world, as in Madawi Enterprise. And I am yours truly, Ali Madawi, your host, your strategic partner, your coach, your mentor, whatever I can be to you, your big brother, right? To help you out, assist you, and give you quality content, give you quality information that you may not be getting where you are right now. And I do it just to give as much information as possible. I've been able to expand my network which was 14 countries before last week. We just added Mexico in our email list and our contact list, and we're excited. The whole last 5 days we've been communicating with that market, and it's been very, very incredible to work with them. And I've launched a book about 1.5 years ago, which sold in 7 different countries. I speak 5 languages, and I do help every single day as many people as I possibly can with what I have learned to be able to create what I have created for myself. Today we're going to talk about the 4 types of representatives in a business space, especially network marketing. And a little disclaimer, I'm not gonna sugarcoat any of this, but at the same time, I don't want you to feel offended. If you are feeling offended with what I'm about to share with you right now, because I was in these phases at one point of my career, so I'm speaking from experience. If you feel offended in any way, you're probably guilty of what I'm about to share with you right now, and you might want to adjust. So I gave you the disclaimer, a little bit of a keep it real alert. coming up your way. And please share this video, because there are many people who may be suffering in silence, or may be thinking that's the way to do business, but at the same time they don't understand that they're hurting themselves more than ever. So there's 4 characteristics that I'm going to share with you right now that I believe, again, I've gone through these phases myself as I was immature in the business space, as I learned from a whole lot of mistakes, and as I developed to what you're seeing right now. And the first one is the actor. The actor is that person who says, fake it till you make it. The actor is the one who may lie sometimes. The actor is the one who, when the prospect says, are you making good money? They say, of course, I made like $3,000 this week, right? But in reality, they're not making that money. The actor is the one that will conceal some information or exaggerate some others, just so they can give the influence of their team, of their organization, of their prospect. And sooner or later, the actor will be exposed. You know, I tell everybody, like, there's a reason you're not in Hollywood. You're a horrible actor. So many people, especially the fact that they're social media, they feel like I can just be whatever I want to be on social media. I can create this persona and people are going to just buy into it. So if anyone is in that place, I'm telling you from experience, when I started 10 years ago in a network marketing company, I had 2 friends that came to my meeting, and one of them looked at me after 6 days that I got into business. It was a telecommunication company. And she goes like, have you made any money? And the moment of truth, and I talk about it openly in my book. And she's saying right in there next to me, and then there's the upline who just did a whole presentation looking at me like, don't mess it up now, don't say the wrong thing, right? And I'm like, okay, this is pressure. What am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to make my money back. And I said, of course. She goes like, wow, you made this fast start already? I'm like, yeah, I did. After 6 days in business, even if I hit the qualifications, the payment wouldn't have been received until 3 weeks later. So the truth of the matter is, unfortunately, I was immature and I did not know what I was doing. I was very young in the business space, right? At the time, 22 going on 23. So it led for me to be the actor. And then that individual went on for 1 week, got in business, and for 1 week felt, I'm not good enough. I did not make the $1,000 that Ali made, and I robbed her out of an opportunity, and I robbed myself out of a potential long-term relationship in the business space, and friendship, that is too. So don't be the actor. It is going to hurt you long-term. People they can see through you. You know, people are judgmental human beings. I don't care what you say. You yourself are probably judging me right now. You know how many people judge me every single day, good or bad, right? It's a judgment reaction that we have as human beings. Somebody would walk and we look at their shoes, we look at their hat, we look at their jacket, and we think stuff to ourselves that may seem foreign to us based on who we are, our education, how we've been brought up, and so on and so forth. So don't get caught in the act of faking it until you're making it, because people know what kind of car you drive, what kind of job you have, what kind of house you live in, what kind of zip code you are living in, and they can read through you. And again, long term, they're going to go back and say, but wait a minute, what's happening with this and this and this and that? And that may get you in major, major trouble. The second character is what I like to call camouflage. Camouflage is that person who, A, doesn't really do anything at all. They just blend in, right? They do attend events. They do encourage others. You know, man, Ali, you're the man, dude. The stuff that you're saying and how you're saying it, that's incredible, right? They're the fans. They clap for everybody. And they just sit and they say, I just don't want anybody to call me a friend. I'm just here for the entertainment, right? They just sit in the middle and it feels good. Now, again, I was that guy. At one point, I was sitting and just wanting to be part of the cool boys club, right? The band, and just sit in the middle of everybody. And I wasn't really making the phone calls they were making, or I wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, my God, look at me. I'm with these cool people. So the truth of the matter is, it is a must for you, again, to call yourself out and get out of that camouflage zone, because you're hurting yourself. You're not doing anything. You're probably just spending money on gas or the events registration or babysitter, or you're taking time away from your family. For what? For entertainment? That's fine. Just tell yourself that. Don't tell people, I went to a business meeting. Let them know I went to a social gathering that had people talking about business, but I was there just for a social gathering. So again, I don't mean to offend you. I was there. I've made that mistake. It just hurts you and keeps you spending money the wrong way and being efficient with your time. That does not make sense for me, and it shouldn't make sense for you neither. The camouflage person also hyped up a whole lot. You see that person that posts all the time, a video of this event with, a company convention or what have you, and they're like, whoa, the best thing ever, yada, yada, yada. But then they come back home and they don't do anything. They just wait for the next event so they can blend in again. So don't be the camouflage. The next characteristic or the character is claims and blames. This one is a dangerous one because this one is always in denial. This one says, oh, I've been in a company since the beginning, but no one helped me. Oh yeah, no one wants to buy this from me because it's a little expensive, right? Or they claim like, oh, I've been in network marketing, or I've been in franchising, or I've been in a restaurant business. It doesn't work. While in reality, they did not put the required efforts and required activity to have the success that they needed and wanted to have, but they're claiming to others instead of saying it like it is and saying, you know what, I just didn't do what I was supposed to do, kind of calling it for what it is, taking that responsibility. They go ahead and they start justifying and blaming, and the blame only hurts he or she who actually is blaming. As a long time ago, I heard every time you point a finger at someone or something, there's three that are pointing right back at you. So you gotta take responsibility. Yeah, things do happen. Yeah, opportunities, certain required activity and whatnot. But the truth of the matter is, it is a must for you to 100% take responsibility for your own action and activity. The last one is the fear factor. I'm not sure if you all know about the show Fear Factor. I used to watch it back when I was in high school. I think Ludacris now is doing the show on MTV or VH1 or something. I've seen it on Facebook sometime. And that one is that one person who's always afraid, right? They're afraid to make phone calls. They're afraid of no's. They're afraid of going to networking events. They're afraid that someone is going to talk to their family before them or whatever the case may be. And that is, again, a convincing behavior, not to anybody else, but to yourself, that you are limited. And the truth of the matter is you did it to yourself, right? There is no limitation. Like I used to be afraid of a whole lot, and I'm still at times afraid of a whole lot. But you have to just educate yourself. Through faith and education, there's nothing that you will be afraid of. And the more afraid you are of something, that means the lack of education and the lack of understanding and faith that you have in that thing. So just make sure that you are educating yourself. Ask yourself a question: why am I afraid of people saying no to me? And dig into it. Reach out to your sponsor, your upline, your support team, whomever. Reach out to me. I'm here to help you out. As you all know, I give complimentary coaching sessions throughout the whole day. Just go to workwithali.com/schedule and grab yourself a 30-minute complimentary coaching session. At times, it may be 3-4 days or a week ahead. Obviously, first come, first serve, but you can grab that time slot for yourself. But that fear is only, again, as they say, false evidence appearing real, right? Like you chose to convince yourself that is a scary thing to do. While I do know fear at times may be a convincing emotion to one, but the truth of the matter is, if you have someone to support you and if you're humble enough to put the effort towards overcoming that fear, I'm telling you for a fact, and I'd rather anyone be in the fear factor zone than any of the other three. Because in the fear factor zone, at least you're not making something up or faking something, right? Like that's just something that you have to work on your own, and it's real for you. But just make sure, again, you're not falling into the trap of the actor. I did it. At one time, it kept me broke. I bought at one time 4 vehicles, just for me and my wife, 4 cars, just to give everybody this attitude that I was, on top of the world. Don't get me wrong, I was making great money, but I didn't need to spend money on 4 vehicles, right? I was like spending money left and right that it was coming in, but it was coming out twice as fast, right? And when things changed with the business or the network took a different direction or the company took a different, or somebody quit, it hurt me. Like I lost every single thing. So do not make my mistakes. And I hope that this message just put things in perspective for you so you don't hurt yourself. There are many opportunities out there, right? I saw a statistic that in the United States, there's 13,000 new millionaires that are created every single day. 13,000. That's incredible, ain't it? So think about that. You could be the next one if you just have the right behavior, the right attitude, the right mindset, and the right ethics, right? That is what I was taught. I'm excited because tonight, next 24 hours, I've been working on behind the scene on a merger that I'm putting together with a few partners, and it's about to unveil. And I'm really, 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 really excited. And I hope that it will be an example of what 10 years worth of work, 10 years worth of struggle, 10 years worth of education, 10 years worth of just going through hell and back and learning a whole lot on earth, is going to be a little bit different. And it's not going to be money driven, it's going to be purpose driven. So I'm really, really excited. I appreciate you all for giving me the platform and the opportunity as always. And make sure you share this video, because there's, again, someone out there that may be either making a mistake or just in denial of what they're doing wrong, and you may just be helping them out. So I appreciate you. Hey, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of these throughout the whole day, so stay tuned with your boy Ali, because I got a whole lot for you. Appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.